Welcome back everyone. Today in this class we shall discuss about the classes and object. Simply we are going to see the introduction or basics about the classes and object. First let us see how the classes will be in C#. Before that, what is class? Class is nothing but the collection of objects, isn't it? We have studied already about the classes and objects in different languages, right? So here the class is defined as a class is a group of objects which have a common properties. So it may also be called as template or blueprint from which objects are created. So class is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. You know that while we create the object, we will use class name. Do you remember the object creation statement? How will be the object creation statement? Class name object equal to new class name open close bracket, isn't it? So this is what the object creation statement, where first the class name is called class name, and next a thing will be the object what should be created for the given class, and equal to new. New is the operator which is going to allocate the memory space. And after new, again there is a class name with open close bracket. At that place it is called the constructor. Okay, this is what the basic thing to create an object. So to create the object we need the help of class, so that it is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. And the class is a logical entity, not as the physical entity. It is not a physical one, it is only the logical one. Next, what are the things will be included in a class? A class contains in C# the following thing, that is fields, methods, constructors, blocks, nested class and interface. You know what is field? Yes or no? Yes. Fields are nothing but the declarations. All the declaration statements are called fields. And methods are nothing but a small part of source code. And constructor is also a small part of source code like method, but the name will be in class name. Okay, next blocks. Blocks in the sense the block can be for class or main or any method. The thing which is given within open close curly brace is called blocks. And nested class. A class may have another class. At that time it is called nested class. And interface. So these are the things will be included in a class in C#. Next, it is a syntax for the class. How should the class be declared? Okay. So here first class is given. Here it is called a keyword. Followed with class keyword, there should be class name. It can be any name except the keywords are reserved words. And after the class declaration, there will be open close curly braces. It is called block. When we include this block along with this class declaration, then this full part is called class definition. Okay. And within the block, first there is field and then method. So all the declarations whatever we need can be given at first, and then followed with declarations we can include the methods according to the task. Okay. So this is what the syntax for class declaration and definition. Next, here is an example for class. First line using system like header file, and then public class statement. Here public is access specifier. In a sense it is going to decide whether the source code should be accessed by others or not. Okay. If it is public, the source code can be accessed from anywhere. Next, there is a keyword class, followed with class keyword, there is a word statement. It is actually the class name. And then open curly brace, close curly brace. Within the block, int id is given. It's a variable declaration statement. And string name, this is also variable declaration. These declarations can be called as field or data members. Okay, so this is what the simple example to create a class. And we shall see some of the terminologies which is used in a C# source code. Okay, in that first one, instance variable. You may heard it already, that is instance variables are nothing but the variables which are declared inside the class and outside the method. In the previous example, you can see that here is a variable declaration which is given within the class. In case if it is outside the method, then these variables are called instance variables. Okay, and these instance variables does not get memory at compile time. It cannot get memory at compile time. Instead, it may get memory during the runtime only. So that it is called instance variable. So these instance variables are getting memory space during the runtime when object is created, so that it is called instance variables. The memory is allocated when it is executed. Okay, and next thing is methods in C#. Methods are nothing but like a function. Function methods more or less same, which is used to express a behavior of an object. Okay, why we need these methods in a source code? Using these methods, what will be the advantage? The advantage is reusability of the source code. If we have a block of source code called method in a program, then this method can be executed for number of times by calling this method using a single statement. And these methods can also be used by other source code wherever it is required. Okay, so the main advantage of methods is the reusability. And next thing is use of new keyword. So as we said already, while we create the object, we may use a keyword new. What is the use of this new keyword? It is going to allocate the memory space during the runtime. Okay, all objects get memory in heap memory area. So these things we may study in data structure paper like tree, heap, stack, queue, linked list, many things. Okay, so it is one of the structure of memory where all the objects will get a memory space. So these objects can get memory space during the runtime while we create the object. It is done by the keyword new. And next thing is objects in C#. Object is an entity that has state and behavior. Okay, so as we said earlier, class is nothing but collection of objects, isn't it? So where object is simply an entity. For example, chair, table, pen, as like we can say many things are called objects. Okay, these objects can be either physical or logical, whereas class can be only the logical entity. And these object has three characteristics. The characteristics are state, behavior, identity. Okay, first one, state. State is nothing but if we say a chair, then chair is called state. It represents the data. Okay, why we use chairs? Just to sit, isn't it? So it is called the behavior of the object chair. And then third one is identity. If we say chair, what comes in your mind? It may have 4 legs, isn't it? That may be the identity for an object chair. If we consider an object, it will have these 3 characteristics. And next one, defining methods in C#. We shall see how we can define a method in a C# source code. Methods are nothing but a smaller block of source code in a single program. Okay, so we can create number of small blocks. Every blocks are called method. There is a syntax to create a method. Syntax is access specifier, return type, method name within bracket, parameter list, and within open close curly brace we can give block of source code. Okay, this is the syntax to define a method within the C# source code. We can see the example for that. The example is public void insert within bracket int I comma string j, and then open close curly braces given, where public is nothing but access specifier, which we have seen in this syntax. Okay, as we said already, access specifier is going to decide where this program, this part of source code can be accessed. Okay, and next one is void. Void is return type. We know that here. Next one is return type, that is given here. And if it is void, we cannot return any value. In case if it is any other data type like int, char, then it can return any value. Next one is insert. Insert is nothing but method name. Okay, insert is method name. It can be any name except the reserved words. And within bracket we have given parameter list. Int I, string j are called parameter list. Okay. Let us see these things in brief. Where access specifier is the first component of method. As we know, access specifier is going to decide where this method can be accessed. Okay. It is used for global purpose. And this is essential to give access specifier in method declaration. And next one, return type. It is a second component of method declaration which is going to decide whether to return a value or not. In case if the return type is any data type like int, char, then it can return any value. If it is void, it may not return any value. It is also essential in method declaration. And the next one, method name. This is an identifier. Identifier means it is going to tell this is the method name. It should start from any alphabets and the reserved words or keywords cannot be used as a method name. Next one, parameter list. After the method name, there will be open close bracket. Within that, these parameters should be given. These are called additional information. In the sense, these are optional. It is not compulsory to give parameter list in method declaration. These methods are referred to type, order and number of parameters of a method. Type means in case if two methods are having two parameters, then it will match for the data type. One method may have int and char and another method may have float and string. Then it will be referred by the type. If both the methods are having same types of parameters, then it will find for the order. First method may have int and char and the second method may have char and int likewise. Using these techniques, the methods will be referred by the parameter list. These parameters are used to pass and receive data from a method. Next one, method body. The source code which is given within open close bracket is called method body. Okay. This contains a set of instruction to complete the required activity. We shall see an example program for this method declaration and definition. First line using system. First line using system. First line using system. Next, namespace arithmetic. Here arithmetic is a namespace name. Here arithmetic is name of the namespace. And then class addition. Addition is class name. After the class declaration, there is open curly brace. And after that, there is a statement public int sum, int num1 comma int num2. So this is what the method declaration. Okay. Public is the access specifier. Int is return type. Sum is method name and these two are the parameters list. After that, there is open curly brace to define a method. And here are some source code. Then there is close curly brace for the method and this close curly brace is for class and the last one is for namespace. Okay. And what is the source code here? Int a comma b comma c. Three variables are declared in the data type integer and a is assigned with the value of num parameter and b is assigned with the value of num2 parameter. Okay. And these two values are added and answer is stored in C. Here is the statement that is return C. Is this statement will display the output on screen? No. It is going to return the answer to somewhere from where this method is called. Okay. So this is what the way to define a method. So far in this class we have discussed what is class, what is an object and how a class can be declared and defined and how a method can be declared and defined within a class, everything. So these are the basic things of a class. The remaining thing we shall see in next class. Thank you.